pre-show while I share out the show. Hey, we're live, everybody. Hello, happy Monday. You've made it through the first part of what's probably going to be a terrible week. I know I have high hopes. Just sharing out the show.
Getting a
Hello.
pessimistic start to the week here, I
I
guess.
know it is. It is kind of pessimistic. I get happier as I get closer to the weekend, of course, like every good capitalist. What else is going on? Oh my gosh! I guess the Black Panther 2 trailer at San Diego Comic Con just after, a day or two. I guess it took till Monday for people to have free time and actually see the thing. They waited till they were at work, which you have to appreciate in a way.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
like the mass triggering.
I guess it's good to remember that not everyone is just like glued to their screens looking for the drip feed of Comic-Con news,
Oh, well, sure.
we might be.
Oh, for sure.
But yeah, for sure, like the Black
people are
Panther trailer
mad.
does seem to be the thing with the biggest buzz going around right
People
now.
are mad, bro.
Yeah.
People are so mad. I mean, and I don't even really want to talk about it because I don't want to like put attention to that. But it just amazes me that it's something just so cool. People are really upset about a lot of things. Some of the stuff is different. I weigh, separately, but man, it's weird. It's
Everyone I've seen and talked to about it seems to be mostly hype. What are people pissy
Yeah.
about? Is it like Namor not having a Speedo? Is that the thing?
Well, Namor's whole, the whole take they're going with Namor, they didn't like. No recasting.
What are they?
Like.
Well, there's not enough to be fucking mad about here. They barely showed anything about Namor.
I know.
He showed up and he is coming on shore with an army. What are you mad about? There's not enough to be mad about yet. That's so stupid.
It's definitely see, it's definitely racially oriented, their beef. And I don't get that either.
People just bitch just to bitch.
People just bitch to bitch. YouTube tells them what to be mad about and they get mad about it. We don't want you to be mad. We want you to be happy. Be excited about.
Man, my big takeaway from the trailer was Angela Bassett bringing the fire.
Oh my gosh, she's an international treasure. I mean, she was amazing in that, and the music from it came out today too. And I jammed that a few times this afternoon. That's great.
Yeah, the first movie had a pretty killer soundtrack.
Oh yeah, I jam that all the time. I listen to that all the time. But hopefully we'll have a little bit more. Dave's supposed to be here. Maybe another person. Maybe. Perhaps.
Don't get your hopes up.
Well, it might be a surprise, though.
Oh.
Let's do the intro.
Mm-hmm. God damn it, Leroy.
Oh, is it Leroy?
Oh. He's here. Oh, let me unmute you. Oh, you gotta unmute yourself. This is his first time as a guest in a while.
Yeah. I don't know.
You don't know how to do it unless he's
once I get Eli up and running, I'm not gonna worry about this shit.
Well, I am finding out things in real time here the way everybody else is.
Greetings, geeks. Welcome back. It's another episode of This Geek in Comics, Outright Geekery's comic book shit talk show.
Shit talk show.
It's the Gomer and Taylor hour, I guess, again, even though they
the hell it is.
Show up, right? But yes, Leroy from over at the Comic Book Bullies, check them out. Leroy and Eli, love their show. They are deep into the pulse, their fingers on the pulse of popular culture.
Yeah, showing their love of deicide here as well.
Yeah. It's really weird, though, because I didn't hear anybody bring it up. I haven't listened to y'all's show yet. But what were your guys' thoughts on the indigenous culture taking over the black culture in Black Panther 2?
You know what? I didn't talk about that. I saw it, but I didn't talk about that. So I was waiting for Eli to talk about it.
He never brought it up.
He never brought it up.
He never brought it up.
Eventually, no, but here's the thing. He makes Facebook posts about it. That's why I was waiting for him. So I was waiting for him to say it. So I'm like, I'm gonna just sit back and wait for him to say about it. Because I honestly, my thing about it is that I'm thinking what Marvel is doing is trying to get both the black and brown audience to come to the theater. Oh, you got this half going for Namor. You got this representation. Of course, we're going to go see Black Panther. So Marvel's looking at double the dollars by kind of pitting us against each other. Maybe I'm thinking too deep
I
about
don't know about that.
Maybe I'm thinking we're at war. We're at war.
It's true. Hey, Andy in the chat. Thanks for stopping by. We appreciate it. But yeah, that was my biggest thing. I think the biggest news out of San Diego Comic-Con was no news from DC and WB. But I mean, it's hard to not see that Marvel shit and just be like, yeah, they just won.
Do they know what, like, or they have like an inkling? Is there like some studio espionage going on, knowing like what they're going to bring for their presentation? And they're like, you know what, we should skip this year. I mean, I don't think that's what happened, but
whatever Marvel had, DC knew it was going to be more than what they had. So,
well, look who bothered to show up.
And they got their DC fandom. You know, maybe they're holding on to their own shit for their own.
Well, yeah, if you want to use that logic, like Marvel can do stuff at like the D20, D19, whatever the fuck they call that.
I think they have stuff. I think they have saved stuff for that. I think.
Yeah, so that doesn't even make sense because, of course, Disney also has their like studio exclusive events that they can pimp stuff out at.
Yeah.
I mean, but is DC fandom still a thing, or was it just something they were doing for COVID?
For pandemic? I don't know, man. There was rumor that they were going to turn it into like a live thing, like an actual convention, but still keep most of it digital.
I don't see any reason why they shouldn't continue it. I mean, it's a good way for them to get buzz unopposed. You know, they're the only ones presenting it.
Oh, look at Andy.
But we know that DC is in a holding pattern right now. Exactly, Discovery.
So, I'm calling it WB.
DC is in a holding pattern. They were bought out by AT&T. AT&T just sold them to Discovery. So of course they're going to hold off on everything until they figure out a plan on where to go next with this.
Man, they got to do Flash and Aquaman too. They're done filming those movies.
Right, but you can't promote them.
No,
because who stars in them?
Yeah, the stars are
Amber Heard
as hell.
And Ezra Miller. Everybody's
you can still get Jason Momoa out there for Aquaman at least, but yeah, the lead is the one who's shitting all over everything with the Flash movie. So yeah, that's pretty bad.
Michael Keaton is in that movie.
Michael Keaton is a cameo in that movie. They can't have him do all the way to the promotion.
He can do it though.
You can't sell a movie on the guy that just shows up at the end credits.
Yeah.
That's the Suicide Squad.
Yeah, right.
The first Suicide Squad.
Joined by Eli. We're going to talk about the comics coming out this week, but I don't know anything else you guys want to talk about. Anything? I mean,
ask Eli the question before we.
What's that?
The question right before he jumped in.
Oh, you want me to ask Eli that question?
I'm not going to ask him.
Eli, how do you feel about the indigenous culture taking over the black culture in the upcoming Black Panther 2 movie?
What now? How
are they kind of pitting those cultures against each other in like a odd way? And that's where Leroy took it. But they're definitely trying to pull
nobody else is seeing
audiences.
it, but I'm seeing it. You know.
Oh,
I have heard some mentions that they've made the Atlanteans very Aztec, Incan kind of appropriation there. Yeah. I have heard that.
Yeah, there was a bunch of shit I wanted to talk about last night that we didn't get to. One was about Namor being Aztec or Mayan or whatever, and I think it's kind of cool in a way if we're taking off of what Black Panther was and exactly. Wakandans being this like an isolationist country that was never colonized, and if you make Namor some sort of indigenous tribe that
like a parallel mirror to that.
Yeah, that maybe they, like if I see a scene where Namor takes out the Spanish Armada, I ain't gonna be mad,
right?
So so there's got to be a reason for Namor to hate the surface dwellers, and the conquistadors is a perfect example of why to hate humans.
Yeah, and
I'm in the wrong parallel universe.
Well, as much as like the trailer showed us anything about the plot, that does seem to be the main conflict in the movie: is Atlantis versus Wakanda.
Oh, they did show quite a bit on
a lot. If you freeze frame, like we broke it down last night, they showed a lot about the trailer.
I've seen every moment of it on a screenshot.
Yeah, but as far as blacks against natives, there's been a lot of going on about that lately, especially because of Res Dogs. I was a little late to the conversation, but Res Dogs, that show, got accused of being anti-black last year because it didn't have enough black people on the show, even though there was one in the first episode. But it was it was like a big Twitter war that lasted 2 weeks, and I didn't even know about it until like it was over.
First off, you gotta look at who's starting this stuff.
Yeah.
Because I promise you, black people weren't complaining about that.
So wait, what you guys are saying, the example of what you're saying, and Leroy is leading into it, that someone else is antagonizing these two groups to pit themselves against each other.
It happens all
it's
the
Dr.
time.
fucking Doom at the end of Black Panther 2. He's the one pushing these motherfuckers
He's
against
putting us against each other, Eli. Dr. Doom is putting us against each other.
Dude, that would be a rad ending, dude.
Or is it Mole Man?
It's Mole Man.
We got the Fantastic Four coming out. It could be Mole Man.
Well, if they are going to use Doctor Doom in Secret Wars like they did in the comics, they need to get him establishing a presence in the universe as fast as possible. So that would be a good way to do it.
Yeah, he should, because of Doom. We talked about it last night. Me and Leroy, well, Doom War, like them doing sort of like the Doom War.
Right. A lot of this Black Panther 2 story look like it's coming from Doom War.
Sure.
So, and Doom was behind the whole thing, behind the Atlanteans and Wakanda's conflict, because that's the one that got me in trouble, Gomer.
He's like, I'll be on the show tonight if I'm not banned from Facebook for throwing this up there.
So that's the one. So, but Dr. Doom in the comics was behind the Wakandans and Atlantean conflict. Matter of fact, Shuri was fighting Namor. Dr. Doom almost assassinated T'Challa in that one. So it's all coming behind the scenes. So we'll see what happens.
And as far as
can't
Namor,
wait till Secret.
And as far as Namor not being white, just because he was white in the comics he's not human.
But he wasn't white in the comics.
But and the reason why he's like skin, because he's down, way down in the dark Mariana Trench, where he's got to be.
He's half blue.
You know?
He's half blue, at least, right? So I don't know how that works.
Mutants.
Yeah, he's a fucking mutant.
Yeah, he's a fucking mutant.
Yeah, shit. All right, let's do the damn. How the hell do I even switch it now? Oh, there it is.
There we go.
All right, let's do all the books coming out this week. We talk about DC first because DC comes out first. They come out tonight at midnight.
They come out on Tuesday. I start tracking that.
Yeah. They can't play with everybody. They just got to do their own thing.
They do their own thing.
They're getting their clocks cleaned.
I like it because the new books on DC Universe drop on Tuesday. So I can check that out.
Yeah. I hate this cover. His nose looks odd to me. I don't know.
That's a weird profile for
It's a weird take. It's a weird take. But action is pretty hot right now. You know, Philip Kennedy Johnson take over. I think we're done with the whole War World thing now.
I hated that shit. I hated that shit.
That was so lame, dude. I can't believe they did a figure for that first before.
And then they were trying to set it up in Future State like that was going to be the reason we never see Superman again. Like War World? Mongol? Really?
War World.
Okay. He just stays there.
Man, everything about Future State has been so thoroughly thrown into the trash bin at this point.
But here's the thing. I like what they did with here's the thing. I like what they did with Future State because let me explain. Because Future State, all it was like laying out feelers, laying out blueprint. What do people like? What do people don't like? Everything that people didn't like about Future State, they threw that shit out.
I don't begrudge them that. It's like a marketing strategy or whatever, but like so much of Future State just felt like half-baked, really poorly drawn out and executed ideas, you know?
I think that was the point.
Like, okay, so John Kent was such a bad Superman in Future State, it almost ruined the character for me before I started reading Tom Taylor's run, and that's a real shame because Tom Taylor is doing great stuff with the character, and he almost died before it even got started, really.
I agree with you on that, because I'm thinking John Kent is going to go that direction like he was in Future State, but they
turn
didn't
Metropolis into Kandor.
Right,
I'm just wondering what people liked about Future State.
Not much. Yara Flor survived Future State. She's still out there in the world.
Is she? Because her book got canceled.
That one Lex Luthor story was pretty solid. I don't think they've done anything with that.
Yeah.
So
Yara Flor's
really,
still around. Her book's canceled, but she's still around.
Yeah, those characters are still in circulation. Luke, Fox, and Yara Flor are like the only ones who have amounted to anything so far.
That's one thing. A-Day. I liked A-Day. To a point.
Yeah.
A-Day was pretty cool to a point.
All right, moving on. Aquaman. I'm off of this. This was part of like this Aquaman event. I just couldn't get into it. I tried.
Oh, that Aquaman?
Aquaman.
Oh, I read
it's
that
raining Aquaman.
I
did too. I was like, nah.
Yeah. Batman Fortress. Not reading that either. Yeah. There's too much fucking Batman, dude.
Jock, yeah.
You didn't talk about it on the show last night, but apparently there's like 6 more Bat books coming our way later the year, right?
Yeah, there are. Yeah, there are. So yeah, One Dark Knight, Rebirth. deluxe edition. Okay, and then we get some off-brand shit. One of the big releases for them this week, Mech #1. Everybody getting mech suits. Everyone getting like their own Iron Man armor.
Alexander
The Avengers had some
Krasinski did
shit.
nothing
Mech's
wrong.
sale.
That Avengers thing was like, that was one of the worst mech-related anythings I've ever read, and that's like a pretty narrow genre already.
And
but
they
like,
did they ever give you like the mechs combining?
no, they never got all Voltron with each other. So what the fuck are you even doing if they're not going to combine like a Megazord?
Why
You know?
bother? Why
Like I
bother?
said, Alexander Krasinski did nothing wrong.
Well, that story just basically devolved into like it's them fighting Kang, and the mechs are just so completely beside the point.
Yeah. So we'll get some action figures from McFarlane on that.
Yeah, we will.
Deathstroke, I'm not reading that. Detective Comics is hot. Ram V.
And they're done with Future State, so I will be reading that.
The Detective Comics?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Because I haven't been on Detective lately because of Future State.
Yeah, it was doing a lot of weird shit, but now we've got Simon Spurrier and Ram V writing. There's a great duo there, but yeah, a brand new arc. So yeah, I think I'm gonna check this out as well.
Raphael Albuquerque on the art.
Yeah,
Ooh,
dude.
Raphael Albuquerque is interiors or just covers?
No, interiors.
There's art.
Ooh, interiors.
I kind of like the tarot card cover they're doing here.
Yeah.
Is this like a line of covers they're doing, or is this just a one-off?
I'm not sure. It would be great if they did do like a whole line of Batman character covers with different tarot cards.
Man, if that stupid headshot thing can become a series of covers, this easily could as well, you know?
Right. Flash Rebirth getting collected. Harley continues. Moving on. Yeah, that's just a bunch of off-brand, not DC stuff. Although Rick and Morty's awesome. Robin is still great. I've really enjoyed it. I didn't like the first issue.
Still on it?
Yeah, Joshua Williamson. Yeah, that's been a fun book, dude. It's kept in with everything going on outside of that, like in the Bat family, but it's also had this Lazarus tournament on the Lazarus Island and all these.
I mean, it's nice because it's like the close thing DC has come to like a manga.
It really was like a manga.
The way it
dude.
reads, yeah.
Yeah, it was really fun. Even the design on the panels and shit reminded me of like manga. But yeah, Nightmare Country continues. James Tynion, who won the Eisner this weekend for Best Artist, or no, Best Writer overall. James Tynion. Go ahead, buddy. Another big one, I would think, from DC this week. Mark Russell, Mike Allred.
Mark Russell.
Ooh, that's a good combination right there.
And with Mike Allred, yeah.
It's $10.
Oh, that's a big ass.
Yeah, that's a big ass for any book. I think it is.
Yeah. One of three.
One of three, so it's a limited series.
Damn. Yeah, that's
Man,
a lot.
I was excited for this creative team because Mark Russell, I'm sure, is going to have some social commentary angle that he's making, and anything drawn by Mike Allred is always good. But
it might actually be worth $10. Just
I don't know, man. At the very least, I'm going to have to wait and see what people think about it. I'm not going to just purchase it sight unseen for $10.
Yeah, I'm on the fence. It depends on what else is on my list this week, but it's on the edge. It's on the edge. And then the Ram V Swamp Thing. Oh, no, that's Space Age 2. Sorry. Swamp Thing.
Finally.
Really popular book. It's been delayed a lot. The penultimate issue of season 2. It's been great, but it's like a trade wait for me. I wait for that to be in trade before I.
That's a nice cover, though.
Pick anything out. Oh, yeah. This is a fantastic Adlard cover, man.
Whatever happened to Green Hell?
Jeff Lemire book. Yeah,
we don't talk about Green Hell.
That issue came out like in March or something. I want to say it's been a minute.
Yeah, it's been.
As far as I'm still delayed. It should come out eventually.
Yeah, it was a fantastic book, dude. It was really
that was
good.
dope.
Yeah, but that's it really over at DC. We'll move on to everybody else now. These books come out Wednesday, y'all. If you see something, say something. If you want us to talk about a book, we will. Andy's on Mark on Soups. Yeah, sign me up. Yeah, I mean, but $10, dude. That's so much.
I mean, for real though, if that was like a $4 or even $5 or even $6 book, that's a instant buy. I'm not even questioning that. But $10 it's a lot to ask for.
Yeah, I gotta weigh the rest of my. No, it's not Black Label.
That's what I looked. It didn't have a label
on it.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, I'll look again just to make sure. But
that's steep.
No, it
says
look like any
one,
Black
yeah.
Label.
How
But
many
yeah, that's
pages?
steep, dude. Does it even say?
Better be like 100 pages.
Yeah, it better be like a
Right.
50-page at least, dude. It better be huge. Oh well. Beware the Eye Odin, solid fantasy comedy sort of book. The first issue was pretty good. Reminded me of Skull Kickers. If everybody read Skull Kickers back in the day,
anybody reading that Neil Gaiman gaming Norse book?
The one that he's not actually writing.
Oh, he's not writing.
At Dark Horse.
No,
it's one of those things he slaps his name on. Yeah. But hey, I mean, he's busy writing like a million other things. I don't necessarily blame him. But that is some marketing bullshit, throwing his name all over the cover like that.
But that was a novel. Wasn't that a novel?
Yeah, he did write a novel, Norse mythology, but
that's what it is. It's sort of
it's a comic adaptation of that, I think.
Yeah. This is another big one. Again, it's $10, but it's Sam Keith doing art throughout the whole thing, the interior art, and that right there is something special. That is nice. That's fun. But yeah, it's gonna be like a fantasy sort of book, but I don't know. It's hard for me to pull $10 books. You know, it's hard for me to do it.
Especially when you get a trade winner. You
know. Fuck This Place is good. Magic Order. Mark Millar still trying to make that Netflix money. Can't seem to fucking do it.
All you need is one.
Figure it out eventually.
All you need is one.
Figure it out eventually. And that's about it. Public Domain.
No, Public Domain number 2.
Yeah, that's a Chip Zdarsky book. Your Batman writer. And then we get what is that universe called? The
Radiant Black universe.
Oh,
didn't have a different name.
I don't even know if it has an official universe name to it yet.
I think it does.
Yeah, I mean they're supporting like 3 or 4 books now.
Yeah, well, all 3 come out today. Or
some of them are just like limited run series, but the main book is Radiant Black. So.
Radiant Black, Rogue Sun, and Radiant Red all come out this week. So
Righteous First for Vengeance.
Yeah, that's the big book of the week for me, man. Eli, you been reading this?
I've read like a few and then stopped.
Oh man, it's been getting so good. It's better and better every issue. It's very little thought bubbles or word balloons. You know, it's a whole lot of
it's just a lot of storytelling with the art is really good.
It's very good.
And it's taken a kind of last issue took a kind of a turn, maybe for the better.
Yeah, Andy, you're picking some good books. Keep it up. That Public Domain, that first issue was really good. But that's it. Sins of the Black Flamingo was also very good, but
I am looking forward to this.
It's like it's the gayest book you'll read this week, and like in the best way. No, this dude is like fighting Nazis, but he's like super gay while he's doing it. And it's awesome. I mean, it's not even I'm saying in the
Black Flamingo. Okay, I get it now.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
But yeah,
moving on
like
to Boom,
like a golem coming back to life and all that.
Yeah, it was
stuff.
really had some fun shit.
All new Firefly. That's not from the show, is it?
No, it's actually a continuation of the show.
Yeah, I think it isn't. Yeah, this is like Firefly: The Next Generation, pretty much.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Shiny, happy
it hasn't
people.
Been bad. It's been picked up for another arc. You know, it was originally only going to be one arc, so it's been picked up for another arc. House of Slaughter, James Tynion spinoff, still hot. Then just a bunch of stuff. You know, Orcs the Curse, you know, all ages shit. Something is killing the children is always good. Extra $1 here on issue 25.
Oh, okay.
Full of that extra $1.
Well, there's one for $5 and there's one for $6, and it's
that's got the better cover.
Yeah, they're probably like the variant covers.
No, I think they're acetate. I think they're acetate covers.
That's possible. I mean,
this one right here. I think this is an acetate cover where like her mask is the. See that?
Yeah.
That's a hot book. That's a hot on the spec
but
market.
there's always variant covers. There's always variant covers for something killing the children, and they're always expensive.
Yeah, it's a hot book. It's getting a show eventually. We only find them when they're dead. The third and final arc, you know, continues. It's been okay. It kind of fizzled on me after the second arc, but because they jumped like 1,000 years into the future, and it kind of threw me. But I bet if I went back and read it, it would be all right. Moving on to Dark Horse, nothing much from there. Jenny Zero number 3 is pretty good.
That's probably the only book from Dark Horse I'm getting this week.
Collector Unit was just okay, and then got some Dune stuff, and then Bendis, man, how the mighty have fallen. Brian Michael Bendis. At least he's still got Pearl over at Dark Horse. IDW has nothing this week, except I will say the TMNT 131.
Oh,
this is the start of the big event, right, Dave?
This is the start of the Armageddon game. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. In the wake of the
Eli, you was on it last week. Well, week before.
Yeah. Man, that opening shot was really a lot of foundational shit that I already knew, and I didn't like it. But I'm still excited for Armageddon game. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. So
there's been a lot of build up for this thing.
Yes, that's about it over there. DC, we could see here. It's really complicated, but we'll move on. Fucking Spider-Man, $10 for a fucking Spider-Man book this week. Yeah,
is that the new one?
What?
Yes, that's number 6.
Spider-Man number 6.
With Ramita, the one Leroy's been reading?
900th issue.
Not for $10.
Oh, okay. I was wondering how the hell they're justifying it being $10.
That's why they've been cranking out Spider-Man books left and right, like early during the year, every other 2 weeks. Yeah, they're trying to catch up to this.
We're trying to get to 1,000, folks.
I'm honestly surprised they didn't renumber this as 900, just completely here.
Well, they just included in the legacy numbering.
Legacy numbering, and that shit don't make sense either. That math's all off too. But it is the 60th anniversary of Spider-Man. He has had a lot of shit going on this year.
Yeah, man, I really wish this was a good run to have the 60th anniversary on, but it hasn't been particularly good so far.
Not been great. Leroy, you were saying?
What I was saying?
I don't know.
Oh yeah, they're gonna. I think they're numbering that book. That is gonna be. I think they're gonna number it like Amazing Fantasy 1,000 or something like that.
Yeah, that's coming out too.
Yeah, because it's on the 60th anniversary of Amazing Fantasy number 15. So yeah,
that's fucking weird, dude. So yeah, there's a million variants for this shit. We do get a nice silk Peach Momoko cover, which is nice. I don't know if I've ever seen her do a silk cover. Anyway. Silk just fits for her art style. And then there's a Ramos cover, of course. There's like a dozen fucking variant covers for this book.
Man, all these variant covers are just like showing me a bunch of people I really wish were drawing the book instead.
Yeah, instead of John Romita. This is kind of an interesting.
Tom Riley.
Yeah, Al Ewing's Ant-Man relaunch, where he's going to sort of look back at all 3 of the different Ant-Man. Maybe there's been 4 now.
There's 4. There's past, future, present, or past, present, future, and then like another future Ant-Man.
Either way, him and Tom Riley are going to be running through the whole history of the Ant people, the Ants-Men. The art in this is really unique. I think I like it. It's kind of scaled back, refined.
Good luck with the Hank Pym storyline.
Yeah, if you don't smack a hoe in this, it ain't worth reading, okay? If you don't smack her right there at some point and then feel really bad about it, but it doesn't matter. He's always going to be known for that. Then it doesn't even count. I'm sure Al Ewing will do well with it. I'm definitely.
Man, you trust Al Ewing. He is a good writer. I think I'll definitely pick this up, yeah.
Yeah. Really fun.
Oh, that's a fun cover, yeah.
Yeah, let me pull this one up. Man, Patrick Gleason all over the place. That is a lot of fun. That is great. Man, I'm kind of wondering what happened here. It's like
I think he's jumping off of his chest and uppercutting him, I guess is what's supposed to be going on.
He jumped out of my tit. He jumped right out of my nipple.
I had to sit.
The boys. Okay.
I had to sit, yeah. Symbol of Truth number 3, big event announced later this year called Cold War, where they're going to introduce a new Nomad. It's going to spin out of this book and the other Captain America book, which I can never keep the 2 straight. I don't remember what it's called, but it's the Steve Rogers book. It's really fucking weird that they started with Deadpool this early on in the book.
It was a little early to be throwing in all the cameos here. They got Deadpool and Doctor Doom in it here.
Yeah.
They're pulling out all the stops, yeah.
That being said, this has been a lot of fun. I really enjoy the artwork. I like having the parallel Captain Americas. If we can have like 40 Flashes and like millions of Green Lanterns, we can have 2 Captain Americas.
Yeah. Here we go. John Tyler Christopher action figure variant on that. Love those. Gambit number 1. Man, this is probably on my list at the shop just because I pull all the X-Men shit, but I don't want this. That's a Chris Claremont book. No offense. Chris Claremont was awesome, but like, call me 20 or 30 years ago, to read a book from Chris Claremont. This first page is like, no, that is not for me.
So first off, anytime they give any of those 90s writers like Claremont, Peter David, any kind of work out of continuity, it means whatever they write doesn't.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yep.
They got to get them busy work. So.
That's cool. Young Storm though, hanging out. That's pretty fun. I don't know. It'll probably be on my list, so I'll probably end up reading it. The art is real throwback, so the whole thing is throwback.
It's only 5 issues.
It is. It's only 5 issues. A lot of cool variants, including a Momoko cover with Gambit on it. This is also going to be a really hot spec book just because of the cover here. Everybody loves Gambit and everybody loves Peach Momoko. Yeah.
When is that X-Men 97 cartoon coming out? Like next year sometime?
Shit, I thought it was like Christmas this year. Is it not till next
year? Was it on the timeline or was that something else?
No, it's not on the timeline for the phases.
Yeah,
I thought it was, but either way, when that comes out, all these books are gonna sell. They're gonna try to market them and tie them all in together. That's why you got Gambit and Bishop and everybody else from the 90s.
I bet we see a Magneto throwback with that outfit.
With the outfit,
Magneto
the old Magnus look.
With that. Yeah, the purples. It's not even purple. It's more like a chartreuse.
X-Men 97 is slated for the fall of 2023.
Oh, next
awesome.
year. Okay.
Nice. That's my man in the chair. Genisville, Captain Marvel again. This
something
like
big
another
supposed to happen in it. I think something big supposed to happen in this. Like I think Marvel is pushing this book.
I mean, it's Peter David. It's going to be good.
Never mind.
But it's throwback. It's like all that Hulk Maestro shit, and that's
because Peter David he wrote the 90s.
Be into it.
Yeah, he wrote the 90s running this book. So yeah, this book doesn't matter. Never mind.
But it's not in. Yeah, it's not in continuity.
Yeah.
It looks all right though. I mean, looks okay. But yeah, it's not in continuity. It's just, hey, if you like these characters, this is Marvel appealing to the Comicsgate people who love their books back with the way it was.
The Comicsgate people never even heard of this guy.
No, of course not. But it's still them Marvel saying, hey, we got that shit out if you want it. Yeah, a lot of fucking variants for that one too, man. Just like 5 variants for that. So the shelves are going to be full of the same damn comics. Iron Cat #2, nope. Sorry. Just not a fan.
No.
And then a bunch of Star Wars shit. The Obi-Wan book is the only one I had my eye on. It was really good. It's sort of like the tales of Obi-Wan. There's the first issue is him in Jedi school.
The adventures of young Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Yeah, right.
It's been fine.
Yeah, I've enjoyed it. I like visiting this universe, especially when it's something that I already know. Like, you don't need anything but the shows and the TV shit to enjoy this, right? I can't keep up with 5 Star Wars books a month, so I don't read those.
I've been reading this. I've been reading this, and I've been reading the Han and Chewie book because they've been doing that Crimson Reign shit that I fell off of. So I'm waiting for that to get done before I start reading Bounty Hunters and like the main book again.
Okay.
Yes, dude. I have his first appearance in comics, which goes for
General Kenobi
quite a bit. Yeah. The negotiator. So yeah, that'll be okay. Strange is continuing with Clea or whatever her name is in there. Let's see. Strange is looking okay. I don't know, dude. I read the first issue of it and I didn't pick it up since. I just didn't like it.
That's the one when Dr. Doom shows up. He was like, okay, make me Sorcerer Supreme.
Yeah, and she's like, no, I am not, no way, not happening.
That's a terrible idea.
Yeah, and that's what she said. No, that's a terrible idea. An issue that was at really good variants #1. This Jessica Jones with her alternate reality versions of herself. Different universe Jessica Jones team up sort of book. Love this cover here. But it's Gail Simone, Phil Noto. It's hard to go wrong.
Oh,
with
no. You can't go wrong with Phil Noto.
It's hard to go wrong with that team. And yeah, we get a Captain America version.
Does Spider-Woman show up in that book at all? Did anybody read it?
In this book, no, I don't think in the first issue she did. I think
I have a theory.
I think they had a court date.
I have a theory about Jessica Jones. I might have told you this before, Gomer. But my theory is that I think Bendis originally wanted to do the Spider-Woman book. Jessica Drew.
Okay.
Because she pretty much does the same thing. She's a private detective, got super strength, can fly, all the shit like that. Got ties to Spider-Man, stuff like that.
Right.
But I think he changed it at the last minute because he realized if it's a new character, he gets paid more.
Oh, so he did Jessica Jones.
Right.
He still used Spider-Woman. Remember?
And he still used Spider-Woman. Right. In Avengers.
So, wow. Well, good for Bendis. That's why he's only got 1 book coming out right now. He don't need the money. The asshole. Venom #9. I fell off of this as well, man. I don't know. I'm going to talk about patch #4 because I love Larry Hama. He was inducted into the Hall of Fame over the weekend at San Diego Comic-Con. He's the Joe Godfather, the Godfather of G.I. Joe. He basically invented G.I. Joe in terms of how it is today. So good on him. And Patch has been pretty good. Again, one of those throwback books.
Yeah, it's one of those books that is definitely of another era. But this is a good example of that book from the other era. So okay, I think it's fun. It's stupid, but it's fun.
Oh yeah,
I read the first issue.
Yeah, it was solid, dude. So now we have wild cards. This is George R.R. Martin property. It's his superhero property. I never read the novel, but I know about it. There's like a virus. And
I've never heard of the fucking novel.
This is news
like
to
a lot
me.
of people. Like a lot of people die, and the people who don't die, who get sick, end up with like superpowers. So there's like a lot of people with superpowers, and I mean, this thing you can read right here. It was over 25 novels, different short stories, 40 different authors. Just this huge series that George.
So this is what he did.
Okay, but we got the Rocketeer, we got Dick Tracy with the Phantom of the Opera mask, and we got Pimp Gambit back there, I guess.
Yeah. So this is what he did instead of finishing out Game of Thrones novels.
No, this is really old, dude. This is like a property that was in the 70s and 80s.
I think you forget just how old George R.R. Martin actually is. Like, he's been writing shit for decades, and this is really, I'm sure, a big pull from the past.
Yeah. So this is just really, I'm pointing this out really just because it's another example of Marvel getting a license and, doing a property based on a license, which is something they did not do with the last publisher, really, or whatever. Joe Quesada, when he was in charge.
But in the 70s, that was their bread and butter. 70s, that was their bread and butter. I mean, that's what Shang-Chi.
Yeah, they were the original adaptation of Star Wars and Transformers and all sorts of shit.
Oh, yeah.
G.I. Joe comics, Micronauts.
Yeah, dude. Rom, basically, they went to war.
Indiana
over
Jones.
Yeah, Indiana Jones was on fucking Marvel. Yeah,
Transformers was in continuity back then. I saw them in an Avengers run like back in the 80s.
Yeah, I have a Bendis written new Avengers series with the Transformers in it. So they may still be in continuity. Call Michael Bay. Get his ass on the phone.
Right.
Anyway, that's about it. We got some Dynamite stuff, but nothing really worth mentioning. Just they're perennials. John Carter, Red Sonja. Talk about licensed shit. Vampirella. And then some toys. And then Dave is up. If there's anything on the
there is very little on the small press this week. And my picks for this week is going to be few and far between, so I might actually be able to get that Superman book.
There is a Valiant book, which I know you're not going to talk about, from Cullen Bunn. His continuing basically his Shadow Man run in
the Book of Shadows
with a bunch of other
called
Book of Shadows. There's your big Valiant release for the week.
The first book would be Hit Me, number 5.
I think. Man, that book is so fucked up. I love it so much.
It is great. It's an AWA title. You can't really go wrong with AWA titles. I think this might be the penultimate issue or the final issue.
This is about a sadomasochistic sex work. Yeah, sadomasochistic sex worker who witnesses a violent murder and gets involved with organized crime and shit like that.
Oh yeah.
Very sex positive book, fun art, and I mean, it's really horny. It's a real horny book.
The only other books that have piqued my interest is I've been reading it is Never Enders.
Okay.
Number 3
right.
Lady Death. Was that Lady Death?
Yeah, there is probably a Lady Death somewhere. Yeah,
there are
bag set.
This
is a Boundless Lady Death series, 15, 18, 21, 22, and 24, all sultry editions, all first printings for you collectors.
You remember that book,
there.
Eli?
I do.
Boundless. So what?
The book's great, man. I mean, it was hard back in the day when we didn't have internet. You had to,
Struggle was real.
It was actually
was real.
Her taking over hell and shit. That was a pretty cool
story.
Oh,
Eli actually read it.
I read it.
I read it too. Yeah.
She kicks Satan's ass and takes over hell and uses awesome. evil Ernie to try to take over Earth and shit. It's actually pretty
nice.
Cool.
I'll tell you, the actor who played Eddie Munson.
Eli only read it for the story.
Yeah, only the story. Yeah. Didn't jerk off to it once.
What else, Dave? Nottingham still going strong. That's pretty fun.
Yeah. Nottingham. No, it's actually a really light week
Nottingham's
for. Nottingham's cool,
Yeah,
but
it's
just a
it's an
really light
overall
week
light
for
week.
independents.
Yeah.
Nottingham, is that the Darkness or no?
No, Nottingham.
I assume it's some Robin Hood shit, right?
It is. It's like a hardcore modern day take on Robin Hood.
Okay.
And that whole story. Really popular. It was initially only set to be like a 4-issue miniseries, and it went so hard it's like up to 10 issues now. So yeah, that's it, man.
Yeah,
Very
there's not
light
a whole
week.
lot.
It's a light week in terms of books, but not a light week in terms of money. They throw in 10 books at me.
The only book there that really seems cool to me really was that Mark Russell, Mike Allred Superman book, but I'm not paying $10 fucking for it.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, isn't next week like the 5th week of this month?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, so anytime that happens, it's just shovelware after they just
well,
dump
last
this
week
is the
huge
5th
for
week
me.
of the month, ain't it?
Dude, last week was a giant fucking week. I was like 60.
Yeah, it was too much stuff. Yeah, I wanted to do more stuff.
It was huge.
Yeah, and last night, that was only a fraction of what I reviewed last night.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, there was so much to talk about too. There was so much to talk
We didn't
about.
review Blood Syndicate.
They came out. I didn't know they came out. Damn.
It came out.
Wow.
And I was gonna have you do it because I don't know what happened.
Payback for note. Okay. Do your job. Okay.
What you seen? Nope.
I saw
I
Nope.
didn't.
Yeah.
Eli did.
Is it any good? I'm thinking about going to see it tomorrow. So
You go see it because like
your silence is deafening.
Yeah, I thought it was okay. I was a little disappointed in the ending, but it's Jordan Peele. It gets deep.
Okay.
Oh, awesome! I love that.
It does make you think. It's just I felt the story was a little lacking. That's all. But it did leave me thinking. It did leave an impression.
I do feel it's funny that people have all these think pieces about Nope. What is he saying? He's saying this. He's got like a 30-minute interview on Entertainment Weekly on YouTube right now.
Yeah.
He's telling you everything about the movie.
He
like,
tells
why are you overthinking it? Yeah, why are you overthinking it? He's telling you what the movie is about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But anyway.
Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. So yeah, any big books on y'all's radar? I don't know. But yeah, really that Superman Space
Where the hell
Age.
is that Thor versus Hulk shit?
Oh,
they was going and then it just stopped.
That is going in between Thor and Hulk. So
it's like
I don't know where that
Hulk
is.
became Thor and Thor became Hulk. It just that was like 2 months ago. It did nothing.
Yeah, I don't know, man. You're right.
Yeah,
they probably found something offensive in there and had to change it. Donnie fucking Cates.
The Captain America book is pretty good. I'm looking forward to that one.
That's good.
I'll probably
I'm
check out the
actually due for
Ninja
a light
Turtles and Something is Killing the Children as usual.
Cool. Public Domain
but
was
yeah,
good.
pretty
Chip
light.
Zdarsky.
Public Domain.
It is really light, man.
Now that Superman is done with the War World shit, I might pick Superman back up. So.
Oh yeah, Action Comics.
Yeah, Action Comics.
Yeah. And Detective Comics is reset
I'll
this week
check out
too.
Detective.
Yeah,
they're done with the Fear State
that's
shit,
cool. Man, it's
anybody
nice
mention
having Detective reset on a short week. A really light week because that's Cy Spurrier and Ram V. That's a good book to pick up.
Yeah, it's just pushing on an open door there,
Yeah. Awesome.
Did anybody
man.
mention Ninja Turtles?
Yeah,
Eli
Eli mentioned Turtles.
Okay, all right.
I'm definitely checking it out.
I watched you guys' show last night, and I realized that the Power Rangers Godzilla book came out too, and I didn't get it.
It was such a huge week.
I know there was so much shit. I didn't. So that came out too, and I didn't get it.
I mean, that book is just like a string of like kaiju cameos, but I am not saying that as a criticism. It's awesome as hell.
It's been great. I picked up that Mad Balls Garbage Pail Kids.
I have it too. I haven't read it yet. Is it good?
It's stupid, but it's
I love that.
Like
That's what I'm hoping for. Something dumb.
Yeah.
I had a nice variant, so I picked that up.
I mean, I had. There's my Leatherface Mad Ball. They came out with a horror line a couple of years back. I picked up the Leatherface and the Predator one, but my dog ate the Predator ball.
Oh, damn it.
But yeah, me and my brother had a bunch of those. I had like a
I had a bunch of Garbage Pail Kids, dude, for sure.
I had some of those too. Me and my brother had a bunch of those.
Yeah.
There was
when
like
you
Mad
collected
Ball
cards
comics.
that weren't
I think
parts
Marvel
of
put out the
games.
Mad Ball comics.
Yeah. I think DC had it for a while too, dude. I think it's moved all around.
Yeah.
Andy chiming in, maybe TMNT, but I have last week's stuff. Yeah, no shit, dude. I do too still. So Awesome, everybody. Thanks for hanging out. It was an extra fun time having the bullies. Check them out, please. Comic Book Bullies. I got links here at outrightgeekery.com, I think, to everything they got going on. So just go there. Man, it's always a fun time with them. Definitely check out their show.
Wait. That site still works?
Just for a landing page.
Cool. Okay.
With a bunch of links and shit. Yeah. So no, not really. Yeah. I don't like to talk about it. You know, it's like my dog.
I'm sorry,
dying.
I didn't mean to bring up a sentence.
It's like my dog dying.
Okay.
Yeah.
Too
but yeah,
soon.
Thanks for hanging out, everybody. We really appreciate it. But most of all, thanks to these. Man, I don't even have a. Here, I'll just do this one. I don't have friends. I have family. We're gonna do it again next time. Somebody got to do it, Dave.
David, what are you doing, man? Same geek time, same geek channel. God damn it, David.
Is that what this song reminds you of? Rolling, rolling, rolling? Don't say that. I gotta get a dancing song.
Man, David always does it when he's here. I wasn't expecting to have to do it there.